The name's Waheed Adam, a South African-born individual. I represent the company called the Prime Group, or Prime Group of companies. We have a number of entities within the group, but those focused on the technology area is a company called iTouch Messaging Services, a MEF member, as well as companies like B Mobile, where we build enterprise engines. And in that regard, we're here to try and, of course, expand our global reach. And that is not only in traditional messaging, which is your SMS environment, but we are also drivers of rich media messaging, a product we call MEMS, and that we believe is the next phase of messaging other than just text messaging, but giving the consumer a richer experience over SMS bearing. So that's the one side of it. The other is that we build enterprise engines for governments. Our testimony to that is the project we recently completed for the South African government. That's the Parliament of South Africa, the highest office. And really what we did is build an engine or a platform that connects all their disparate systems into one environment. You know, a bit of a corporate nightmare as well in most corporates, but bringing them all into one environment and then allowing mobile access, and that's across all the platforms. I think the myth of messaging declining is certainly non-existent for me, because, and I can talk for the industry at large, because everyone we know and everyone we talk to in the industry seems to be growing their business. So we can tell you in the last 5 years we've grown tenfold in terms of volumes. With the advent of service messaging, as we like to call it, that is where corporates or brands are using the actual messaging platform to say thank you to their consumer. Not just about advertising a product, but encouraging them to use the service is one element, but thanking them for using the service. Transactional messaging, OTPs, etc. That is certainly on the up. And there's new markets. The more it becomes available to smaller businesses like small medium enterprises, they now also starting to use the service, seeing it as an important feature to grow their smaller business. So we're not concerned about that right now. However, we do believe that return on investment may be a little under pressure for some of the retail environments, simply because campaigns can become boring, and how many times can you send out an SMS saying the same thing and expect great results? So we're now driving what we call rich media messaging, or MEMS, a multi-channel embedded message service, where we think if the consumer gets a richer experience and there's a more direct call to action, that within the message is interactive and they can respond, that the brands should get a better result. And it's like going from black and white television to color and then to HD. And I think we're at that level now. So we want to drive that globally. When people have a certain habit of promoting their business or their product or their service, and you go in with a complete new drive, then you've got to have cutting-edge technology that really makes sense. We're more approaching the market of messaging in particular, for example, where we are really saying don't change what you're doing, just enhance the way you do it. And that's where we come in to collaborate with partners. So we're just adding a little extra value to what you already do.